Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudire Nastapráyeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttamasloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistaki Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langayate girim yatkrpatamaham vande Shri Guru Dinatarinam Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurum Militham Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nitinamine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharani Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarani Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Om Tat Sat. Hare Krishna. Welcome you all for Bhagavatam discussion. Reading from Canto 1, Chapter 15, Text 16, right, today?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, we'll read one sloka, then maybe about the homework we'll try to discuss after that. Okay, go ahead, Mataji. Yeah.
Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Canto 1, Chapter 15, Text 16. Yad dosho ma pranihitam guru bhishma karmna naptro trigarta salya saindava baklikadhyai astrani amoga mahimani nirupitani nopasprushur narahari dasam ivasurani. Translation. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Great generals like Bhishma, Drona, Karna, Bhurishrava, Susharma, Salya, Jayadratha and Bahlika all directed their invincible weapons against me. But by his, Lord Krishna's grace, they could not even touch a hair on my head. Similarly, Prahlad Maharaja, the supreme devotee of Lord Sri Narasimhadeva, was unaffected by the weapons the demons used against him. Purport. The history of Prahlad Maharaja, the great devotee of Narasimhadeva, is narrated in the 7th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Prahlad Maharaja, a small child of only 5 years, became the object of envy for his great father Hiranyakashipu, only because of his becoming a pure devotee of the Lord. The demon father employed all his weapons to kill the devotee son Prahlada, but by the grace of the Lord, he was saved from all sorts of dangerous actions by his father. He was thrown in a fire in boiling oil from the top of a hill underneath the legs of an elephant, and he was administered poison. At last, the father himself took up a chopper to kill his son, and thus Narasimhadeva appeared and killed the heinous father in the presence of the son. Thus, no one can kill the devotee of the Lord. Similarly, Arjuna was also saved by the Lord, although all dangerous weapons were employed by his great opponents like Bhishma. Karna, born of Kunti by the sun god prior to her marriage with Maharaja Pandu, Karna took his birth with bangles and earrings, extraordinary signs for an undaunted hero. In the beginning, his name was Vasusena, but when he grew up, he presented his natural bangles and earrings to Indradeva, and thenceforward he became known as Vaikartana. After his birth from the maiden Kunti, he was thrown in the Ganges. Later, he was picked up by Adhiratha and he and his wife Radha brought him up as their own offspring. Karna was very charitable, especially toward the Brahmanas. There was nothing he could not spare for a Brahmana. In the same charitable spirit, he gave in charity his natural bangles and earrings to Indradeva, who, being very much satisfied with him, gave him in return a great weapon called Shakti. He was admitted as one of the students of Dronacharya, and from the very beginning, there was some rivalry between him and Arjuna. Seeing his constant rivalry with Arjuna, Duryodhana picked him up as his companion, and this gradually grew into greater intimacy. He was also present in the great assembly of Draupadi's Swayamvara function, and when he attempted to exhibit his talent in that meeting, Draupadi's brother declared that Karna could not take part in the competition because of his being the son of a Sudra carpenter. Although he was refused in the competition, still when Arjuna was successful in piercing the fish target on the ceiling and Draupadi bestowed her garland upon Arjuna, Karna and the other disappointed princes offered an unusual stumbling block to Arjuna while he was living with Draupadi. Specifically, Karna fought with him very valiantly, but all of them were defeated by Arjuna. Duryodhana was very much pleased with Karna because of his constant rivalry with Arjuna. And when he was in power, he enthroned Karna in the state of Anga. Being baffled in his attempt to win Draupadi, Karna advised Duryodhana to attack King Drupada, for after defeating him, both Arjuna and Draupadi could be arrested. But Dronacharya rebuked them for this conspiracy and they refrained from the action. Karna was defeated many times, not only by Arjuna but also by Bhimasena. He was the king of the kingdom of Bengal, Orissa, and Madras combined. Later on, he took an active part in the Rajasuya sacrifice of Maharaja Yudhishthira, and when there was gambling between the rival brothers designed by Shakuni, Karna took part in the game, and he was very pleased when Draupadi was offered as a bet in the gambling. This fed his old grudge. When Draupadi was in the game, he was very enthusiastic to declare the news, and it is he who ordered Dushasana to take away the garments of both the Pandavas and Draupadi. He asked Draupadi to select another husband because, being lost by the Pandavas, she was rendered a slave to the Kurus. He was always an enemy of the Pandavas, and whenever there was an opportunity, he tried to curb them by all means. During the Battle of Kurukshetra, he foresaw the conclusive result and he expressed his opinion that due to Lord Krishna's being the chariot driver of Arjuna, the battle should be won by Arjuna. He always differed with Bhishma, and sometimes he was proud enough to say that within 5 days he could finish up the Pandavas if Bhishma would not interfere with his plan of action. But he was much more mortified when Bhishma died. He killed Gatotkaja, Gatotkaja with the Sakti weapon obtained from Indradeva. His son Vrishasena was killed by Arjuna. He killed the largest number of Pandava soldiers. At last, there was a severe fight with Arjuna, and it was he only who was able to knock off the helmet of Arjuna. But it so happened that the wheel of his chariot struck in the battlefield mud. And when he got down to set the wheel right, Arjuna took the opportunity and killed him, although he requested Arjuna not to do so. Napta or Bhurishrava. Bhurishrava was the son of Somadatta, a member of the Kuru family.
I think, Mataji, we can stop here. We can read because there are quite a lot others also there. We'll discuss few points, then we'll move on. Yeah. I think one second. I think let's complete Karna's pastimes. Karna finished, no? Okay. Okay, so we'll continue. So Prabhupada has given a very, very elaborate purport here. So here again, Arjuna is talking about how he was saved even against such a great personalities. The names are given Bhishma, Drona, Karna, Bhurishwara, Susharma, Shalya, Jayadratha, and Bahalika. All these great personalities. And further he says, by his grace, means Krishna's grace, not even a hair is touched by these great enemies. So that is the power of Lord. And also Arjuna mentions the Prahlad's pastimes, how Prahlad was saved by Lord Vishnu, even though his own father Hiranyakashipu tried to kill so many ways. So that pastime also mentioned. Prabhupada very elaborately explains here each one personalities here, and the mainly starts with the Karna. Karnas, we all know the pastimes of Karna. Now, before that, how many of you are ready for the discussion yesterday point? If please say yes or no. So accordingly, I'll allocate the time. Who are ready to share what we discussed yesterday? Say yes or no. No also okay. At least I know who are not.
I will share something.
Okay. Others, if no, say no, so that I know who are there, who are not there.
No, Prabhuji.
Okay. Others?
Yes, I'll share.
Okay. Bhaskar Prabhu, yes, yeah. Anyone else? No, don't be silent. Say yes or no. That's it. That's all I want. If so, no. Fine.
No, Prabhuji.
No. Okay.
Yes, Prabhuji. No, Prabhuji.
Okay. Sorry. Okay. Two devotees, Asha Mataji and Bhaskar Prabhu. No? Okay. Allocate to the time. Okay. So here, Karna's pastime has been explained here. Born of Kunti, like we all know the Durvasa Muni's boon. When Kunti was a kind of a small girl, she served Durvasa Muni so nicely, and Durvasa gives this mantra. Through the mantra, she could invite any devatas and beget a child. So as a child, she wanted to test this. So she tried to invite sun god, and sun god appeared, and she gave birth to Karna. But because she was not married, she was in a kind of not a position to take care of the child. Child was left. So he was named Vasusena. And then later, this child was found by Adhiratha and Radha, the two, I think, fishermen. So, fisherman or carpenter, no, kind of. So, later. So they were taken care. And Prabhupada talks about Karna. He was known for giving charity. So because he gave, and especially, yeah, Prabhupada says, because he was giving charity to Brahmana, he was known for that. So there was a lot of pastimes, how he was so benevolent in giving charity. So here's Prabhupada says that in the charitable spirit, he gave charity of his own natural bangles and earrings to Indradev. So we know who is Indradev. So after Kunti is married to Pandu, she, with the mantra, invited Yamaraj. Yamaraj, she begat Yudhishthira Maharaj, and Vayudeva, she begat Bhima, and from Indra, she begat Arjuna. Now, Indra got little afraid because there was always rivalry between Karna and Arjuna. So, Karna is being a son of Suryadev, and Arjuna being son of Indradev. Indra came in disguise as a Brahmana, asked for charity from Karna. So Karna gave it away, the bangles and earrings. And so, but in return, he gave his Shakti weapons. And there is past I mentioned how Dronacharya, the beginning was, there was rivalry between Arjuna and Krishna. Dronacharya was kind of both were, good student of Dronacharya, but the rivalry was going on between Arjuna and Karna. So Prabhupada mentions about during the Swayamvara of Draupadi. So actually, that time Arjuna was, they were in kind of Ajnatavasa. So they were not like Arjuna. He did not come as Arjuna. He came as a ordinary, I think, Brahmana, or I don't know. So now in that, the contest were kept that he has to look at the reflection in the water and shoot arrow at the eye of a fish in the top. So Arjuna could do that. Even Karna could have done that, but even before that, Draupadi expressed saying that I will marry only Kshatriya. So the Karna, being a Shudra, born Shudra, not born, taken care by Shudra, he was deprived of that fight, the kind of right to Swayamvara. So because of that, Karna got violent, and Prabhupada mentions here that even after Arjuna won hands of Draupadi, Karna and others fought against Arjuna. Of course, Arjuna defeated. Now, because Karna and Arjuna was enmity, now Duryodhana were against Arjuna anyway. Since Karna was against Arjuna, they become friends. Duryodhana, anyway, the very clever, ruler, very political ruler. So he made friendship with Duryodhana, and he requested Duryodhana. The Duryodhana made a friendship with Karna, and because of the friendship, the Karna got so much attached to Duryodhana. Then he made him to king of Angaraja. Prabhupada mentions that in the game of dice, it is Karna who ordered Dushasana to take away the garments of both Pandavas and Draupadi, and also his opinion that due to Krishna's being the chariot driver, Arjuna battle should be won by Arjuna. Yeah. So Karna had the intention that if Krishna is there, Arjuna cannot be defeated. So Prabhupada also mentions he killed Ghatotkacha, son of Bhima, and Arjuna killed Vrishasena, the son of Karna. So Karna could knock off the helmet of Arjuna, and actually he wanted to kill Arjuna, but because Krishna was there, Krishna lowered the chariot, that arrow, instead of hitting the head of Arjuna, it hit just a helmet and saved Arjuna. So this is again a lesson for us that if we are surrendered to Krishna, Krishna can save. The big thing can go with a small thing. So, many times people say that, no, yes, my hand should have cut, but because of Lord's mercy, just a small cut in the finger. So my karma is gone. Or, so many things they say. I would have done great danger, but because of mercy of the Lord, it has gone with a small, small danger. So here the point is that how surrender to Krishna makes our life successful. So that's the point Prabhupada makes here. So now I will stop sharing and stop the YouTube live, because devotees can share their comments.